Welcome back to Assassin's Creed 2. Last time, 2 parts of Ezio's memory has been corrupted. Luckily, I was able to pay a bit of money and managed to get them patched up. Now we're going to go into the DLC, which Ernesto has never seen, so this is going to be new for him.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited.
So what happens after they find the Apple of Eden? They take it to Da Vinci, of course.
Da Vinci would understand.
Or will he?
Of course he will. He already knows about it. He probably made the Apple of Eden.
Eve's apple?
Yeah. He was probably around. He probably just never dies.
Everyone gets blinded by light, except for Da Vinci, of course, who just looks at it like, oh yes, I see.
He understands. Yeah, they fall over like hardened men, and Da Vinci's fine.
Because he's smart.
Because he's got a... Yeah, they said weaker minds could go insane, but he's got such a strong mind that doesn't affect him. You haven't taught us anything. We've been doing everything ourselves.
No, you had to learn all sorts of stuff.
You trained us a little at the beginning.
And then they trained you how to be a prostitute, and then they trained you how to be a thief, and then they trained you how to be a mercenary.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
And we go to meet Caterina de Sforza or something like that. Sforza.
Oh, yes.
Who, if you remember from the last time, Ezio took a bit of a shine to.
Oh.
Now I get to see a bit more of her, because she kind of just falls out of the story if you don't get the DLC.
Is she a good person or a bad person?
I'll leave that for you to decide.
Because the TV show I used to watch, Caterina Sforza was the bad person.
Well, we're in Romain
Actually,
in 1488.
The thing was, the Pope was the good person, so she was the enemy of the Pope. But the Pope is a bad person in this game, so...
Yeah. History as it's told.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can find repaired memories across the world. They have different kinds of exclamation mark.
You mean repaired memories?
Those are the,
I see.
That's what the DLC memories are called.
Oh, so if you go to like different like cities on the map, there's different missions?
No. It's still all story stuff. It just looks different. And before we get on with the story, we got a few things to collect.
Are these DLC like feathers and stuff?
No. That'd be a huge dick move. Like, yeah, if you want 100% completion, you have to buy the DLC. Yeah, there's actually nothing you get from any of the DLC mission besides like money and that kind of thing. I think you might get like some optional item upgrades, but nothing remotely necessary.
So you just get story basically, more like background.
And feathers. Feathers everywhere. Because obviously we've got to finish up all these random side quests before we go and look after the Apple of Eden or something stupid like that.
Yeah, I mean, feathers, they're so important.
There's only 100 of them in the world, and you search for years to find them.
Yeah, your entire life. You spend more time on these than the codex pages.
Well, there's a lot more feathers than there are codex pages, so at least that's realistic.
Yeah.
Imagine how big your health bar would be if you could just find as many codex pages as there are feathers.
Well, not every codex page makes you have more health.
You have to... Well, every 4 of them does.
Oh, it does? We need a theme song for the feather hunting. Quick, write one.
Hey, I'm feathers, I'm not so feathers, and where there's too many feathers.
That's a good theme song.
We got too many feathers, now we have to find them all. So I'll aboard the feather train.
What happens if someone else found this feather? Then what would we do?
Find another feather from a bird? We do go by a bunch of eagles.
Yeah, we should just pluck them.
Yeah.
Oh, bird, I'd like to pluck you.
And then they take away a bit to do a leap of faith. You're allied with the eagles after all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you pluck them, yeah, they would be mad and take out their vengeance on you.
Whoa. It's like I'm playing Assassin's Creed 3 or 4.
Whoa. This makes it look like getting feathers is no big deal at all. It's actually such a pain. Did you have to like look up a guide for these?
Yeah, I used a map, which is what I recommend you do too. You can cross-reference with this, so that's kind of nice, I guess. But yeah, the worst part about this is that they don't actually tell you where the maps, where the feathers are. You've already found on the map. They do tell you if you found all the ones in a certain area on the map, so that's kind of nice. But
Yeah, I'm so glad they fixed that in the later Assassin's Creeds.
Yeah, there's nothing quite as bad. Well, actually, that's not quite true because in Assassin's Creed 1, they have this, but there's there's 4 sets of 100 things to find, and there's no map.
Did you actually find those when you played it?
Nope.
Are you going to find them when you play it again?
It's a possibility.
Don't do it. It's too painful.
But if I don't do it, who will?
There's been people.
Well, yeah, but...
I'm sure IGN has a nice guide for it.
But that's IGN.
Yeah, well, you have to admit they have a lot of guides.
97 feathers. And that's kind of weird.
What? Oh.
Standing on nothing?
That's what happens when you get a lot of feathers. You gain the ability to just kind of float like an eagle.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. Slowly turning into one.
Yeah. Do you just... So you got 98? One more feather? Oh. Goodbye.
No, 98 out of 100. That's what I need.
Oh, out of 100? I was 99 for some reason.
Pleb.
We got them all!
Yay! That was the most graceful way to get the final feather. So there we go. That's 100 feathers.
Wow.
So maybe it's time to get maybe a little 100 feather reward? Maybe?
This better be worth it.
There we go. There's a reward.
Trophy. Do you platinum trophy this game?
Nope.
No?
Because the save file, remember, it was on the old PlayStation, and I lost it. So, because I could have gotten it, because all that was left was stuff like wear this cape in all the villages and stuff. Mm-hmm. You deposit all the feathers. Oh, my village can be worth so much. It's gonna be crazy. And
I've never actually seen what happens when you do this. Oh. Oh. No, she didn't even
nice.
Oh, she actually... She spoke! And you got a cape for that.
Yes, the Auditore cape, which you won't really be seeing much of. Its special ability is that your notoriety stays at max no matter where you are.
Why would you want that?
To get an achievement for wearing that cape in every city.
So, your reward for that extremely tedious task is your mum hugs you and says a word for the first time in years, and gives you a cape that makes you the enemy of everybody.
Well, it lets you show your pride of being an Auditore.
No.
Because it's an Auditore cape. It has your family signal on it or something.
Mm-hmm. So is this part of the DLC? Or is this just a random side mission?
I'm not sure if these are tied to the DLC or if it's just something in the city and I never actually did it because there's no reason to go to this city without the DLC.
So we started the DLC, but now we're just doing random side quests and feather
but this is still all stuff you've never seen, so I'd say it counts.
Pretty fresh stuff, yeah.
Yeah, fresh stuff like beating up an unfaithful husband. We have never seen that before. Actually, we haven't seen it in a while, so that's...
Yeah, it's been a good few months. Probably.
What they really need to do is throw in a twist where it's like, oh, but this unfaithful husband was actually an assassino, and then you have to fight like an actual assassin.
Yeah.
That would make it more interesting than just beating up the same generic NPCs.
Or the unfaithful husband was actually Rodrigo Borgia or something.
Yeah, and you steal the apple of Eden from him. I always love with Eurovision when it detects who you're looking for without you being able to actually see them. It's like, oh, target detected. Yeah, great. I meant for that.
Why are they on the roof?
To stay hidden. What would you do if you're cheating? Would you want to just go to like some...
Oh, he was there with the... Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. Okay.
I win.
And then he just gives up. And then you smack him. And you get $3,500. Alright. That's one way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Man, so much money. Look at all that. I've gone beyond the tens of thousands. I have 600,000 florins.
Is there even anything to buy at this point, though? Like, you've upgraded Montegiorno completely.
I've upgraded all like the villa. I've gotten the best armor. I've gotten every weapon.
Is there art or something to buy still?
I think I have all the art. I'm not sure. Because there's different art in each city, so I might have missed like one in some obscure place or something.
But otherwise, like, what's the chance that's going to cost 600,000? So
even then, all it does is make it so you can get more money. Yeah. So I was wondering though with this if I'd have to ever censor any of the art. I don't think I bought any of the explicit art on screen at least because like if it's art technically doesn't count, but I feel like YouTube wouldn't care.
Oh, there's art that's got like nudity in it.
Yeah, because that's what art was back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like YouTube wouldn't care, and they just be like, oh, well, there's a boob there, so. I mean, seriously, like, who would like? Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch an Assassin's Creed Let's Play to see publicly available art of like half naked woman. Oh yeah, throwing knives.
And you got a letter.
And yeah, that's one way to steal.
Mm-hmm.
Cadaver hopping. So I have to deliver the letter now? Why would I steal it if it's going to deliver it anyways?
Because why do you have a time limit to deliver this letter?
Because if you don't deliver it in 5 minutes, they're going to be very disappointed. Then they're going to demand you give it to them for free. It's like a pizza. Hooray! I win.
That's a lot of money for a letter.
It's a very important letter.
It is.
It's about perfect marriages. How to have one.
Yeah.
Self-help books are very valuable in the future. Past, same difference.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time for the actual DLC.
Adios.